Closed captioning.
So yeah, I started recording. So Douglas, first of all,
Tell us,
thank you
man.
for doing this um, interview with me.
My big pleasure, man.
It's good to see you.
Same.
So let me just give you a quick overview
Okay.
of the purpose of the interview today. So I'm exploring the link between money and happiness. So I'm gonna ask you a few questions, um, follow up the questions with some thoughts, and maybe ask you to expand on your position and on your answer. Um,
Mm-hmm.
there's no right or wrong answer. It's just to understand um, your thought process. Okay.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
So first question.
Mm-hmm.
And again, if you don't know, the answer off the top of your head, feel free to, take some time to collect your thoughts and everything.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So, first question. What does happiness mean to you?
Happiness. Happiness means like being satisfied, uh, even if you were tired or exhausted, but you are satisfied with the life you have, no matter how much you have. But what matters is what yeah, what you have. So you're satisfied, you're happy. That's it.
Okay. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, if you had to
Mm.
rate your happiness today, this week, and this year, what's the three ratings you would give?
Today, 7. This week, let's say 6. And this year so far, 7 too. 7.
Okay, interesting. So, when you're, evaluating on the scale of 1 to 10, what are the big things that come to mind when making that decision?
Professional development at first. My good relationship with family. I mean, I haven't had any fight so far, so that's something good. Yeah. Um, what else? Be with myself. I mean, I'm happy. I'm doing I'm working out more, and I am eating better. So I'm just happy with myself. And 7 because to say 8, 9, or 10, it's I mean 10. It's for me it's almost impossible to be honest. But you all has something missing. But that's it, man. My professional development, my relationship with family and friends, my relation with myself. That's what I thought on it.
So you mentioned the relationship with family and friends.
Okay.
Has the relationship that you have with your family and friends, is that something that you have to work on consistently, or is that something that's come naturally to, you don't have to work on the relationships, it's always been easy for you?
It's always been easy for me. I mean, um, yeah, the issues that I had in my life, uh, it was because of the atmosphere, the environment. I didn't cause any of them, you know. So the problems run after me. So me with myself, I'm easy to deal with family things. And if I'm not happy or if I'm not satisfied with some situation, I simply stay away, stay apart from the situation, from the person itself, and that's it.
Okay, wow, okay. Very different from my sister. So,
Okay. Maybe because she's 18 or something and I'm 31, so
yeah, yeah. And that's
uh
that's a big part of why you're one of the participants is,
okay.
the point is to have a diverse group um of different ages, nationalities. Um so is happiness something that you've struggled with in the past?
Yeah, definitely.
In what ways? Is it kind of social pressure, family dynamics, or if you can expand a little bit?
Okay. Um let's say in a long past, I must say that I've always had I had difficulties on dealing with something, especially internal things. Like I always want to prove people something, and I didn't know what was this thing. Do I mean? So I never knew if people liked me, so I was always trying to do things to make people liking me somehow. And then at a certain age, I understand that I don't need to care what people think. I just need to be happy with myself. So, but this took some time for me. As I said, I'm 31. I think about 10 or 11 years ago, I learned this. I don't need to prove anything to anyone, you know. And about my family, well, I've never had a I mean, I never had it because now she passed away, but my relationship with my mom was a bit complicated because she had an idea and I had another, and we were always in conflict with these ideas. She was a extremist with her family. She wanted her family very well, and I'm not saying that I don't want my family well, but I'm saying that I don't need to struggle myself or struggle my wife, make my children and my future children's lives complicated because of my family, because of my father or my sister, you know.
Okay,
And this is what she used to do. So yeah, that's it. I struggled in the past, but now doing better with it.
good, good. So now you're gonna move on and introduce the topic of money. So really broad question. Do you think money can buy happiness?
Buy no, but it can help. Buy
Okay.
the happiness, no, it depends actually, because well, happiness for me is not happiness for you, it's not happiness to your dad or my father or anyone. It depends.
So depends is your answer.
Yes.
Okay, good. And on a day-to-day basis, how much do you think money has an impact on your total level of happiness?
Na daily. Oh, okay. How can I answer this question? Like a lot or not even a little?
However you want, however you want.
Money has impact. Yes. It has. It has. That's hard.
Yeah, yeah, it's supposed to be hard.
I mean, man, like imagine if I want for instance, I need to have lunch and I don't have this money to have lunch. So on a daily basis, money is essential, at least for the basics. I mean, to have a water to drink or to have food to eat, to have clothes to wear. So money is important on a daily basis, yeah. Um, for especially for the basic needs. Now, for extravagancy, no.
Uh-huh.
So that's my final answer.
So let me ask you a follow-up. So you said,
Okay.
important to buy food, buy water, the essentials, right?
Yeah,
Do you ever find yourself thinking or wishing, oh man, I wish I had the money to buy, a more expensive cut of meat or, go to the more expensive restaurant?
absolutely.
And that plays on your mental. So that impacts momentary happiness.
Yes and no, man. I mean, what can I say? I mean, I don't consider like for example, my wishes. Of course, I want to have a Hummer or a Porsche as a car, but I'm not saying that I'm unhappy with mine. Mine is driving normally, so I think I set this evolution of social status a process, and I'm
Mhm.
still in the middle of this process. So one day I might go to a more expensive restaurant. I might buy a different kind of for instance, today I brought a picanha, brother, to home. Hey,
Oh,
hey, yeah. So I changed my social status already. So I'm in the middle of the process. I will change more. So I mean, uh, I think evolution. Okay, better defining all your questions. Evolution is happiness, man. If you are evoluting, I mean, I'm happy when I am evolving myself. Evoluting, no, evolving myself.
Okay, good. I like that answer. I like that answer.
Yeah.
So one of the reasons I chose you to be
Mm.
a participant is one, you know how much I like you. I love
Yeah, I know.
spending time with you in Brazil. But
Likewise.
also is, growing up in the United States, how I view money and how I think it impacts my happiness, I'm sure is very different than how you view money. So do you think growing up in Brazil has impacted the way you view money differently than me, for instance?
I think so. I think so. Do I need to explain?
Yeah, please,
Oh,
please.
sorry. I think so, because here in Brazil, even though we are a considered a capitalistic culture, we didn't grow up as 100% capitalists. So I remember my father and my mother always, my mother more than my dad, but like, look, Douglas, if you have a piece of bread and there is someone needing this bread and you see that this person needs this bread, share it, you know? So this idea. But in the same time, that's why I struggle a bit to answer this question, because at the same time, my dad said, look, the bread is yours, not his. So you do whatever you want. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
So being in Brazil, Brazil is more a community country than America. My point of view. I've never been to America yet. Uh, but in my point of view, Brazil is a more a community country than America. So we grow up with this. Please divide. Religion enters on this too. So let's divide the bread. Let's divide things, etc. So, and I mean, if I can make some barbecue, if I can make the things I like, and people don't piss me off, I think this is a bad word. Yeah, sorry,
No,
but
it's
okay,
fine. It's fine.
it's fine. Okay, so and people don't bother me. Better. This is happiness. Now I don't know how do you grow up in America, so I think that's the vision here in Brazil.
Okay, good, good. So, last question.
Okay.
And this is kind of, you know, more of a lighthearted question. I'm gonna come to you today, Douglas, and I'm gonna write you a check.
Mm,
A check, and it's to represent how much money for the rest of your life you think you would need to be happy.
okay.
What's how many zeros am I adding to the check? And then I'll tell you what Victoria said yesterday.
You okay. The currency dollar. Okay.
In dollars, yes, in dollars.
Zeros.
Is
Bring.
it $100,000, $1 million? How
No,
much?
I got it. I might say for the rest of my life, I might say $10 million. I mean,
Wow.
the check's free.
The check's free. Victoria
Yeah.
said $500 million.
Jesus Christ. And she okay. we talk this we talk this off. My gosh.
We talked
Okay.
this off camera.
Uh,
Well, Douglas,
okay.
thank you again. I
My
can't
big pleasure,
appreciate
man.
enough taking the time to
I
be my participant. Um, and yeah, thank you again, Douglas.
hope you're